to all my Arsenal fans, I say congratulations. But to the bone shakers, if I have born you,
one trophy you win since 1902.
Make I know
22 years.
I don't invite you
yet.
yet.
So we see this video for what in the columns channels, WeChat, right?
Yeah.
They did like TikTok. No, TikTok be more like the Douyin, abi?
Yeah.
So
TikTok,
channels be more like what?
Like WhatsApp.
Maybe WeChat videos.
Nah, WhatsApp no get that. WhatsApp is gonna need the status, right?
Get it,
Yeah. They come close. I mean you know saying the WeChat they ahead.
No, but to be honest, everybody on this seat or this side of things teach before. So we know how teaching they. Where you know teach before something get kiddie. I mean, raising your own kid, 1, 2, it's not even easy. And we're talking about like 40 kids. In Chinese schools, it's about 40, 50 kids in our class.
Yeah.
So I think this teacher kind of lost it and kicked, literally like kicked a kid. With her foot, like, not just because she's Chinese, but it's not like every Chinese knows, like,
The
kung fu.
Yeah,
But I
when,
think she
when
got
they
him
get
back.
that high,
Yeah, so the thing is, like, we all know, like Siti said, you're not supposed to do that, right? It's way outside of, like, either the policy of the school or ethics or common, like, basic human decency. You just can't do that to like students. But the point is, we can also tell that some students are really, really annoying.
Yep.
Abi?
Yeah.
So
Somebody like you.
Exactly. So in this case, I should say, possibly we don't really have any context because we don't know what the kid do.
Yeah.
To be honest, but regardless, you think say they ever be any excuse to justify what she did?
Talking about justification, we don't know what really transpired because some people be quick-tempered, some people too, like probably the kid not get on the teacher and nerves chair, so that was an impulsive sort of reaction. So I like you say, I also could say maybe be a bit extreme. There are other ways the teacher could have dealt with it, but sometimes some kids can drive it to that point.
Yeah. So if you have your kid, I think one time even Jackie Chan made that. I think he had an interview and he said the same thing when he was a little younger, right? His son did something like that, and he literally like picked up his son, right, and threw him across the room. And the son, I think it was like a sofa he threw him, so it wasn't that
serious.
Yeah, serious or dangerous, so to speak. But it was so bad for a parent to do that. So the point is, can we just stick to that argument as saying, okay, the teacher is also human, right?
Yeah.
She effed up, so to speak. So we all do err, right? To err is human. So can we chalk it as one of those things where she just lost her temper, like let it go?
Yeah, you can look at it if she's not a teacher.
Yeah, but that's so as a teacher, there's no room for that
because of your code of ethics, right? And naturally, we all assume that as a teacher, you should be kind of
patient, compassionate, especially with kids.
So, I would let it slide a little bit because I have been a student before, and I know how my dickhead I've been, right? Sometimes I have to even run, right, so that the teacher don't touch me because I know, inside me, I know what I'm doing is wrong.
Yeah.
But if you look at it in this generation where comments and actions are not really forgiven or drawn under the carpet like that, then you should try and control your
but from me, I don't think it's justified because as a teacher, like you said, right, a parent is entrusting you with their kid, and it comes with your training and stuff. Stop the laugh. All right, so moving on. So it'd be one of those things where you go free talk, say okay, it'd be extreme, but also like if for no do where I get. But another thing be from a gender aspect, right? She's a female, she's a woman.
Yeah.
A lot of times we do say these things like, on those days that women are going through their thing, right? They also like it's quite emotional for them, right? It's like a roller coaster, right? They get these flashes and they kind of get upset at a lot of things. So can we say that could play a part in it? Because we all married, we all got wives, right? And those days are pretty rough, if you know what I mean, right? During those days that the women are going through their cycles, they can also get a bit agitated, like very, very easily agitated.
Yeah, I think I don't know. We can put a bit more blame on the teacher, but like we said before, some kids can be very annoying, especially in recent years where you have kids pampered too much from home, and they feel like they can take that same behavior into the classroom. Because don't forget, the teacher is also a human being, has problems, emotions, and all that. So when the kid gets, because why did she do it to just that kid? Maybe the kid is always been like that,
Yes.
getting on her nerves, or he just doesn't have that control. He doesn't want anybody to tell him anything. So I think if the teacher went to that extent, maybe that was the last resort for the kid to maybe listen to him or whatever. And as we blame the teacher, like I said, we should also blame some families and some parents. Because, I mean, when we're all growing up, you do something bad in school, it's your dad who will go to the school and tell the teacher, cane him more.
Yeah.
But these days, teachers are even afraid to even scream at the kid because the parents will go to the school and like, why did you touch my kid and all that. So it could be one of those issues that the kid is, we don't know. But if it's coming from that kind of family or that kind of environment and is bringing the same behavior to the classroom, it can be really annoying. The teacher is trying to deal with 40 kids and you are just that one kid who is getting on his nerves or her nerves. The person could easily flip. So I think in a case like this, maybe the authorities should look at the situation and put the blame where it is, not just say.
Yeah, but I think it's very difficult. Even if you investigate, it's very difficult to put such a thing on the kid. I think it doesn't matter how the kid behaves.
The teacher is going to take the blame for sure, which might be unfortunate.
Yeah, should not lose
Not that
their
they'll throw
temper
her
and
under the
capacity.
carpet, but
I'm also trying to look at it from a different perspective, right? You as a parent, if this was your kid, how would you take it? Seeing this video, how would you take it?
if it's me, the way I was brought up, I mean, I would side with the teacher. Side with the teacher trying to punish my kid or correct my kid.
That's different, but this we're talking about a full-fledged
but kicking,
kick.
I would say
Yeah.
no, you shouldn't have kicked. So we have to learn to separate two issues.
Yeah.
Trying to correct a kid is a different thing, and trying to harm a kid is a different thing. And what she was doing was trying to harm the kid. If the kid was attacking her and she was defending herself, it's a different thing, right?
Yeah.
But to kind of say get out of my face by kicking, that is where she got it wrong.
So in this case, I'm going back to my question. What would be your course of
I would be
action
a bit
towards the
considerate.
teacher?
No, I'll be a bit considerate to the teacher because, like I said, I know the demands of a teacher.
Yeah.
Not easy, man.
And
But
you're
that's
trying to
you,
put-
not many parents.
Yeah, so I'm the parent. So
How many-
I'll come from that angle. Listen, you shouldn't have done that. Kicking, you could have reported. Maybe I'm talking about me here. If she has reported before and I did not take action, I would not even care.
Yeah, talking about asking how to deal with it. I think that
Yeah.
in this kind of situation, it's not the time for the parent to rush the school with aggression and all that. I think the parent can sit down with the teacher can explain what happened.
Yeah.
And then I mean that's when you can say that, okay, when something like that happens, maybe you should deal with it in a better way. Because don't forget, if the parent deals with the teacher harshly on this, that kid is still in that
You're
class.
marked. Yeah.
For the rest of the
Yeah.
time the teacher is with the kid,
Yeah.
the kid is never going to be happy.
Yeah.
So I think as a parent, I think the teacher will also appreciate it if, as a parent, you sit down with them
Yeah.
to discuss what happened, and then you say, okay, maybe next time, for the sake of the kids, maybe emotions and all that, maybe you can deal with it in a different way, or you can involve me as a parent, and I can help to deal with that. It's not, and I think when you do that, the teacher will appreciate it more. They will know that, okay, the parents are smarter than the
Yeah,
kid.
a bit
They are
open-minded. want to
open-minded.
talk.
Yes.
So you guys
exactly.
mean the teacher should not go through any sort of punishment or whatever for that?
It would depend.
No,
I think in this case, sorry, let me just come in quick. I think in this case, the authorities will pick it up,
Yeah.
and there are probably disciplinary measures they will take. I think every education unit will have that.
Yes.
Maybe the teacher will be warned or something like that if it's the first time.
Yeah.
But from the parents' perspective, like I said, I don't think it should be too aggressive about
It
it
shouldn't.
because you don't know what happened.
Shouldn't be too aggressive. Okay, so let me ask you a question. So if a student fights a teacher, what should happen to the student? Let's say you say because the teacher kicked a student, she needs to be punished, get thrown out of the school, even with salaries slashed or whatever. if a student attacks a teacher, what happens?
I think that is a no-no. I think no matter what, a student shouldn't attack a teacher.
But I mean, I'll take it from this angle. I think it's always good to go back into history and check the history of the person a little bit, right? Has this ever happened with the said teacher like in question? Has she ever done anything like that? Okay, if yes, it's like, well, she has a history of doing that, so maybe fire her or something, right? If not, then we gotta go to the core, the roots of the issue. Is she going through something like personally, right? You can never tell, right? Lost a mom, dad is in the hospital. You might not know. These things mess with people's heads. We're just humans. You can't really control it, regardless of what profession you're in. We understand that there should be like a code of conduct and all, but sometimes, like I said, if you're going through certain things, it really messes up with your head. It's just like football, right? I mean, depending on the player's state of mind, they can look like a really good player. They're gonna suck on that day. So it's one of those things. So the same applies to a kid who tries to like you're saying, fight a teacher or kick a teacher. Same thing. You got to go back to the family, right? Is there any family issues that we got to look into? Child abuse, parents abusing the kid verbally or like physically. You never know. So I feel like it's always important to go to like the root cause of the issue, right? And then look into the family history and all that, especially the teacher as well. But regardless, I still feel like she shouldn't have done.
I have an example. In my school where I teach, just a kindergarten, we were playing a game for the kids. And one kid, she's always very cute, very adorable, involved, and all that. And then out of the blue, she just got angry because she lost the game. And she thought that the rule was unfair to her, so she got angry, and I stopped the game. And I was like, okay, because of that misbehavior, we're not going to play anymore. Let's move on. And then I think the teacher told her parents. And when I went the following week, the mom had written a note in a card saying that apologizing for her daughter's behavior. She knows that I always give her the chance to get involved, and that she's spoken to her, and I was like, I didn't even think it was a big issue, but as a teacher, I really appreciated what the parent did. So I also got a card and I wrote a reply back, and she wrote in English. I wrote back to her saying that, I didn't really see it as a big deal, they're just kids, but I felt so happy dealing with such a parent because it means that she's involved and she knows, at least she knows how to deal with it. Exactly. So my connection with her daughter is even more cordial because I know that even if she misbehaves, she's just a kid. But as a parent, she knows how to deal with it, and I feel really good about it. So that's the point I was coming from.
Lucky you, not many parents will have the time.
No way, you're kidding.
We all have our
vouchers,
various experiences.
They will come to the school and cause a scene.
All right. Teachers' work and responsibilities are quite
a bit tough. No, it's tougher than you think. If you're not really engaged in that system, you feel like, it's kind of like an easy
You're
job.
dealing with different 40 personalities. 40
you got to play
40,
different.
45,
you got to wear different hats.
45
you got to be a
kids
mom.
in
You got to
one
be a counselor. You got to be a
pampered,
be like
someone is dropping a
especially
pen,
when you
another
get
one
these
is
rich schools. And you get
the top
you
tier
can
schools,
see that the student. This is going to be a challenge.
And the backbenchers like you. I know when you were in school, you were a backbencher.
Me, I'm in
Who
the
can
middle.
answer the question? You put a.
Me, I'm always in the middle. I have to be in the middle for a reason.
No, it's me. I like the back seat. So always the back seat.
I
like
just
right in the middle, right?
Yeah, just in front of the back seat. Me too.
front.
Yeah. I didn't like because when you're in front, the teacher always throws the first question to you.
You know,
if it's a subject you
6
like,
plus 7.
if it's a subject you like,
dictation,
you
right?
sit in front.
Spell acronomy. Spell this. Then you are praying. Please let me spell.
Mental. 2 plus 2. Yeah. 4 plus 4. Yeah.
And I don't think does it really happen like.
I think some teachers still do it, but they don't really cane
they don't
anymore.
cane him anymore.
I think it's a different time now. You can't really do that because, like I said, it's
Yeah.
parents have become more conscious of their kids. All right. Anyway, guys, if you guys enjoyed this discussion, like, subscribe, and comment.
Say whatever you want.
See us in our fun. You know what? Comment.
I'm in a winning mood.
Okay.
I'm in.
All right, Charlie. I'm